Hello everyone, thank you for tuning back in the Traffic Jam. Today I will be analyzing an article in the New York Times entitled, 3 Leaders of Filipino Church are Charged with Running Human Trafficking Ring. In late January, 3 Filipino church members were charged and arrested for running a human trafficking ring. The church leaders, Guy Cabecdulan, Amanda Estopar, and Marissa Duenas, were leaders of a megachurch based in the Philippines. The trio brought members from the church in the Philippines to America under false positive pretenses. However, once the members arrived in the States, that's when things went downhill for them. The church leaders proceeded to rob the members of their passports and force them to collect funds for the Children's Joy Foundation. This foundation was a nonprofit created by the church to aid impoverished children in the Philippines. The scandal went from 2014 to 2019, and in this time, this church made $20 million for their foundation. What donators didn't know was that the majority of these millions went back into the church leaders' pockets, where they spent it on expensive cars, clothes, and real estate. The church members that were bought from the Philippines to collect this money saw little to no profits and were forced to work until they met the fundraising quotas. The top performers, who racked in the most money for the foundation, were first to marry other American church members or get a student visa so that they could stay in the States and keep working. There were around 82 of these forced marriages. Those who weren't top performers also faced grim fates, being beaten or isolated without food or water. The women responsible for organizing these horrendous acts were arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit immigration fraud, which could result in up to 5 years in prison for each of the conspirators. Cabecdulan and Duenas were arrested at a California compound of the church and will be held in Los Angeles until they appear in federal court. Estopar was arrested in Virginia and is awaiting trial, which is scheduled on February 3rd. One of the most unsettling things about this case is the forced immigration of the church members. Some may argue that they came here willingly, but they were in fact lied to and tricked into coming to the States for what they thought would be a temporary visit. Then, top performers were forced into immigrating to America, and those who weren't were abused terribly so that they could become top performers and face the same fate. I believe that we need more laws that apply to both immigration and human trafficking because often the two intermix, like in this case and many others. Unfortunately, this isn't the first case of people who were forced to immigrate into another country and work against their will, and it won't be the last. We need laws that protect immigrants forced into the country and make it harder for traffickers to get people here in the first place. This will require combined efforts from immigration and customs enforcement, as well as our Justice Department, in order to ensure everyone's safety. That's all for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Traffic Jam, and we'll see you next week.